Yeah, Linda, happy to meet you. Thanks for joining. So what we're gonna do, you have the testimonials of all the interns, the previous interns. So what's gonna happen is that we will start by sharing that as well. Be proud to that. I'm gonna put maybe one of the CSAYN videos. Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. And we need to be reminded this session is streamed on YouTube as well. It's always streamed on YouTube. So we just gonna be speaking if we are given the role to speak. And all the interns, what they're gonna do, I think we shall give the floor to the institutional heads for them to actually uh, introduce the interns in the sense that they're just going to say, okay, we have 10 interns, blah, 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 blah. That's it. They're not going to go through individual introduction because of time constraint. So these are some of the housekeeping issues arrangements. The next thing we're going to have here, we're gonna make sure that all the interns in the end have at least we're gonna have 2, 3 interns to some sort of talk to talk on behalf of all the other interns in their various capacities. So it's very, very important that we note that it's not gonna be an open space for everyone to talk. This session is actually just for the interns, for the keynote speakers, and interventions will be done via chats. So questions on the chat. Nobody will be given the room to open to talk on this to ask a question directly. All the questions should go on the chat because it's recorded, it's streamed, it's live stream and everything. So that's how it's gonna work. So thank you, Domenico, for setting this up. Linda, so I would advise you prepare your slides. The slides simply mean that I want you to present the virtual academy in general and perhaps share your experience from facilitating this program for the past few years since inception. And then you prepare the soft testimonials as well because you're gonna share that on the screen. Let people see actually that we're actually doing some work many years back and how relevant the internship and mentorship program is to the centers of excellence. So those are things we need to take care of. Yeah. Yeah. So Dominico, that's those are some of the key issues we need to talk. So Lara, welcome. Lara, so you're gonna be supporting you'll be supporting me, myself, and Linda because Dominico might be leaving. I'm not very sure he will be there throughout, but you have to support Linda and myself. So that's why I requested that all the documents that have been shared by Dominico, you should be copied in those emails so that I can equally jump in once you are being invited. Yeah. So the live stream is right there. You can share that on your Facebook page, your social media, everywhere for people to watch what's going to be happening. And all the interns, everyone joining, please, I'll be happy if you can introduce yourself in the chat box, just your name, your institution, your country, and that's it. That'll be helpful in the chat box. And maybe your emails as well if you want, if you feel comfortable doing that. Yeah.
Hi, Divine. I'm here already.
Excellent. Welcome indeed. So you have Linda right here. Linda is actually the co-chair for the Virtual Academy and Internship and Exchange Program. She's one of the pioneers behind it because she actually designed the Virtual Academy uh, program. So she's right here at the exchange program and everything. So Linda, meet Lara. Lara is actually from Indonesia. She's actually one of the Yungo leaders in many years, and she's been I met her at the UN headquarters a couple of months ago. Yeah. So Linda, maybe you want to say hi to Lara?
Hi, Lara. Linda here. Nice meeting you too. Trying to
Nice
put
to
on my
meet you
drama's
too.
eyes. Yeah,
Wait, sorry, my video background.
it's fine.
So it's live stream, as I said. So you can share the link of the social media or registration to all your contacts as far as you wish. Sure. Lara, we need to make you co-host. Yes. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for joining this very important meeting. We actually live streamed on YouTube, and this is very, very important for us to note that the internship program for us is the key at the level of CSY. It's one of our flagship programs that we're not going to be joking with, and we have never joked with for several years. So I'm going to be co-facilitating with Lara from Indonesia, and equally, I don't know if Domenico is here, Domenico and Linda. So I'll give the floor to Lara to introduce herself, Domenico to introduce himself if he's right here, and then Linda as well before we start. Over to you, Lara.
Thank you, Divine. Hi, everyone. I'm Laras, and as Divine has mentioned, I'm from Indonesia. I'm here serving as an executive assistant to Divine as the executive director, as well as the legal associate. And I will be here handling internship affairs and also substantive matters, including writing statements for you and processes. Thank you, and it's really nice to meet you here. Hope to get engaged with each of you.
Linda, over to you, please. Thank you very much, Lara, indeed.
Hello. So my name is Linda as well. I'm from Ghana. So I've been working with GCSAYN about 4 years, and I've been the co-chair of the Climate Smart Agriculture Educational Exchange Program with my fellow, Dr. Kedigan. Unfortunately, she won't be able to join us today. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Linda, indeed, for the great job you've been doing over the years. So let me give the floor to Domenico. Domenico, over to you if you can speak, please. All right, thank you very much. In fact, before our bridge protocol a little bit, Linda, will you want to share perhaps the screen with before that, let me perhaps share the program for us throughout today. I'll go through I'll run down the program as well for us to see what we have on this day, which is very, very special to us. Surely, let me see. Let me just see. 1 second, colleagues. Yeah. So basically, this is some sort of like one pager of the event. It is a very, very important event, not as others, but because we're going to be changing lives and adding value to our young people, our women, and our students, most importantly, because we know students nowadays are actually the key drivers for development across Africa and the world. So this event actually is going to be a welcome address for all the students in different institutions, of course, which are the centers of excellence approved within CSY context, because to be a center of excellence, for those who are not much aware, the institution has to actually provide an office space where the interns are actually going to be sitting to coordinate CSY activities within the said institution. And then the second piece of the story is that they actually provide a demo farm, because we're talking of agriculture. We all know that there's no sustainable development without sustainable agriculture. So that's why actually food system transformation is at the apex of our discussion today and beyond, because Africa can feed itself. We're going to prove to you all that Africa can feed itself, because the instance here, no matter the area, just listening to Lara, she's actually a legal expert. But of course, we look at agribusiness, which is a company, needs a legal advisor. So agriculture is the only space. I always said it, and I've said it over the years, over 10 years. I've been working with CSAYN, and over 25 years of my experience with all these development institutions. I've always said that agriculture is the only domain or area that actually adheres everyone, no matter your background. So I just want to go through this. That's a brief concept about the agenda. We're going to run through very fast. And then the most important piece is the objective of this meeting. We want to make sure that the interns actually, they have an exchange framework where they can actually collaborate, exchange ideas, map out their references, and actually learn from one another. Experience sharing and communication framework, and skills development as well, and strengthening. So the expected outcomes at the end of this exchange program, the suggestions from our recommendation from the students will actually be taken into consideration. I shall be getting back to the centers of excellence to address some of these issues that are going to be raised. Perhaps maybe the methodology, or how they feel they're going to be somehow what they feel better what should be done better. More suggestions. We don't want complaints here, but we want solution space. That's why all the interns, goes to you. Don't come and complain and say, oh, your lecturer didn't do this, didn't do that. We don't want to hear that. Yeah, we want you guys to tell us, okay, what you're studying, how it's going to help you develop yourself and your country and Africa as a whole, and why not the world as well. So the target groups, actually the students, we expect about 1,100 interns. Yeah, I understand that maybe because of time difference, some are still sleeping because we're having interns across the world, Africa, Europe, North America, and all of that. So that's not going to be an issue. But we really plead that all the interns should be part of this, but because a note was actually sent with respect to this. So we're expecting students, young people, members of academia, researchers, agripreneurs, industry, government officials, and media personnel as well. And then the other details, we have the generic question where all the panelists or they're going to be addressing. I mean, how is your institution supporting interns in ensuring that food system transformations are the key and prioritize in your various areas? Because I've always said, no matter your level or your job title description, you must eat. There's lunchtime for everyone. There's lunchtime for everyone. So who prepares the food? Who makes sure that the food is sustainable and nutritious for all of us? Are actually the farmers. And of course, that's why women are equally very, very much addressed. And we have a specific program for women, which is actually the Women in Agriculture of Sub-Saharan Africa. And we have a specific program for children and youth in agriculture. So we have all those two different flagships, which are very, very key to us at the level of in CSON. So this is going to be the rundown of the program, the professional agenda. So we have from 15, 8 Dominica and myself, we have set up the scene. That is 8:30. We're going to kickstart with some of the interns giving their testimonies. I have Purity here, Dennis, Sydney, Fone from Zambia, Gilbert, and all other interns that are actually Wincy as well, were actually who started this program before. I'm gonna give them the floor if they're right here. They were gonna move to 1550 to 58. We're gonna have Mr. Henry Lagarde from Agra, who actually leads or coordinates the Generation Africa, which is a very, very important initiative, which of course I've been following very keenly since inception. They are changing lives. They are really changing lives. And I think that this is going to be an opportunity for me to listen to all of you, and equally after that is going to share what they are doing and how you guys can equally part of Gen Africa. 1600 to 1610, we're going to be having he's going to be a keynote speaker, and we're going to have our guest speaker, who is Ambassador Hans, who has been with us since inception. Yeah, I've known Ambassador Hans for over 15 years, and he's always been there to support the work we're doing. So as sitting as an independent chairperson of the Council of the Food for Agriculture Organization of the United Nations based in Rome, of course, he has a lot of hats. He was a former permanent representative for the Rome-based agencies for the Netherlands. So he's going to be addressing us and sharing the perspective how relevant young people are in the food system transformation and agriculture as well. Then we're going to have Mr. Anife. Anife actually is a IoT expert who actually lecturer, a PhD candidate from the Malawi University, and he's going to be sharing his expertise with his startup as well. And then 1615 to 1635, we're going to having a panel of some of our key stakeholders, especially the Centers of Excellence lead for Africa. We're going to be having for Asia with Dr. Sarada Elian from North America. We're going to have Dr. John for West Africa, Irene for East Africa, and Olipa for the SADC. And of course, we know that North Africa is missing, but if they come to the call, we're going to invite them to be part of it. And then we equally have Linda and Dominico, who are going to be facilitating, of course, since Dominico is not there. I'm here with Lara, myself, and Linda will be getting the work done. And that's it. So that's where we are. And of course, in the course of this, Lara will be happy to have to get some screenshots as we're moving forward. So that's it and done. Let me give the floor to Linda to carry out with the testimonials of the interns. And then we shall, if the interns are here, we're going to be inviting them one after another to present. Thank you very much. Linda, over to you, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Eddie. I want to start sharing my screen so that we can see the testimonials of some of the interns that have been with us. Okay, can you see my screen? Is it big enough? Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is from Windsor from Kenya. So Windsor was part of our mentees in 2022. He had this to say after the program. He said, during my CSA one internship period, I managed to learn a lot through the courtesy of CSA YN Managing Director. I learned the following: climate smart agriculture, interventions like soil management, poultry development, dairy development, carbon finance to restore crop fields, crop mulching, crop insurance, planting legumes, um, rainfall forecast and incentive systems for low carbon agriculture. I had managed to practice this CSAY internship intervention. So Wensa is basically talking about the climate smart solutions that he learned during the 3 months period that he stayed with us as an intern. And that is his testimonial. I want to go to the next one. We'll keep showing them so that anybody can have more details on what they are saying. So this is Cindy. Cindy was also a cohort in the 2022 year. And he said she's from Cameroon and
Linda,
she
are you able
resides in
to
Yaoundé.
enlarge the screen a little bit?
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear, whether you could see it clearly. Is it okay? Is it okay now?
You might
It's
choose to put it in presentation mode, please.
Yes, I've done that. Can you see it?
no, it's not on presentation mode yet.
Oh, sure, it's the network. Why is in presentation?
Do you want to send it to Lara? Let her do it from her side. Do you want to send to her on email? Let her do it from her side while I move on with the next item, Linda.
But Divine, I
All
do
right.
think it's visible enough though. It's quite
No,
visible enough
no, I
to me.
think there is the mode. It's not the right one. It's the mode. Linda, will you want to send it to me as PDF? Let me try and see from this side.
All right, I can do
Yeah.
that.
Let me move to the next item. I don't know. Let me see. Purity, are you here?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, so please, you have 2 minutes. Tell us your
Okay,
story.
thank you so much. My journey
Put
into
your
the
video.
global
Put your video. This is professional. Put your video. They need to match your name and your face. I've told you guys this several times. Always respect that. Thank you. Put your camera.
yeah, it's on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My journey into the global food system space began when I was selected for the UNFSS Class 4 preparatory process, which enabled me to engage in the Nairobi Regional Preparatory Meeting and the Bangkok Youth Conference virtually. And these platforms were an eye-opener for me because they made me realize that the power of
You are muted, Purity.
but also in influencing the global policy and strategy. Care Connect is a telemedicine platform that I co-developed to improve healthcare access for students in TVET institutions and universities here in Kenya. It enables virtual consultation, reducing the prevalence of over-the-counter drugs and also addressing the untreated health conditions among the young people. This platform aligns with the Kenya Digital Health Strategy and Vision 2030 goals for inclusive, tech-enabled public healthcare. Family, on the other hand, is another platform, a digital one, that connects smallholder farmers, especially with the women and the youth, directly to consumers, institutions, and bulk buyers. By eliminating the middlemen, this platform promotes fair pricing and improves food distribution and market access, and also supports healthcare diets by ensuring that fruits and vegetables are freshly delivered to the users. We aim to establish efficient logistics and traceable a transaction, increasing transparency in the supply chain. And what I love most about this project is that it inspires the young generation to enter into agri-tech and reshaping farming into a modern, innovative and sustainable career path. Both of these innovations align to the Kenya goal surrounding food security, youth empowerment, and digital health. The Care Connect and Family are scalable, tech-driven, and are designed to improve the productivity and inclusivity in our systems. And I believe that Africa's future lies in bold, local, youth-driven solutions. Family and Care Connect are not just innovations, they are the pathways to transformation.
Thank you very,
And
very much.
I am
Well
honored.
understood. Thank you very much.
movement.
I've said 2 minutes.
You're welcome.
All the interns that are joining right now, this is the housekeeping. Introduce yourself using the chat box. Nobody will be given the opportunity to speak unless
Yes.
you're sharing your experience. Mute yourself, Purity. You are done. Everybody should introduce his or herself using the chat box, please. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna move over to the next speaker. I'll give give another room for Dennis Odero to give his experience. He has 2 minutes. After Dennis, I have Gilbert from the UK. Over to you, Dennis. 2 minutes.
Thank you so much. My name is Dennis Odero. I'm Kenyan. Currently, I work at Egerton University, where I studied. I also do masters in enterprise development. I joined the network in 2023 at Egerton University, and experience is awesome. I represent the network during the UNEA 6. I also during Kenya Climate Summit and also during the World Food Forum last year. I will thank the director and all the founders and the sponsors for this. Has been an eye opener. Currently, we run different organizations in Kenya that are aligned in agriculture, where we equip we use both the aquaponics and fish farming and poultry, help local farmers here to be able to have zero waste and also be able to conserve the environment. So technically, I'm here at the position because the opportunity that I was given through this network, working in an institution like Egerton University and through the network has been an eye-opener. Being in those forums has been an eye-opener for me. And I encourage all the interns here, you are in the best platform. So keep your eyes open, keep your best foot, and you will explore your ways and you will be a better person by the time you leave this platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dennis. And I want to echo that Dennis served as my personal assistant for the long time he's been with us. Thank you very much, Dennis. And of course, you'll be assigned some interns to mentor. Thank you very much for always being there. Let me move over to Gilbert from the UK.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I joined the network as an intern myself in 2022. Mr. Divine gave me the opportunity to at least apply my knowledge, explore. I studied economics and business at university for my bachelor's. So I wanted to get on some groundwork and see what happens in the industry, because I had no idea prior to this. Honestly, the internship gave me a lot of insight into the groundwork that is needed for a lot of the agendas that we try to achieve globally. I understood it from the grassroots levels, which kind of also gave me the incentive to go further. I went on to do my master's in economics and international development. I then came back to CSAYN. We continued with our very engaging work, and luckily today I work with UNDESA, which has also been a fruitful thing. However, it sits at the policy level, and I believe the policy level can only be understood if you've also seen the grassroots level, which is what CSAYN gave me. So I thank you, Divine. Thank you, CSAYN. Interns, it's a long road ahead, but every step must be taken. Thank you all.
Thank you very much indeed. And I just want to echo that, as I've always said, my vision for all the interns is not to go work or to go work in little institutions. I don't underestimate other institutions, but my target has always been the UN system. You set up your own business and so on. I'm very, very proud of you that you listen to me and you listen to CSAYN portfolio, and right there you are right now. I'm very proud of you. And of course, being in the United States, we're going to support all the work you're doing, of course, and the other interns should be able to learn from you. We're going to assign some interns for you to mentor as well as time goes on. Let me give the floor to my very good friend, Sydney, from the University of Zambia. And after that, I'm going to give the floor to my little girl. She's 17 years old. She's already level 2 university as a law student's gift. Yeah. You have the floor, Sydney.
Yeah, greetings to everyone. I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Mfune Sydney. Currently doing my master's degree at the University of Zambia. I joined JSAYN in the year 2003, where I started being shaped by Mr. Divine and the team that was there. Since that time, I have grown to learn a lot about climate smart agriculture. And I would say it has also helped me to interact a lot with young students from other institutions. I've interacted with more of students in primary schools where we're trying to help them understand some of these concepts at a young age. Apart from being an intern, I'm also a plant health inspector in the Ministry of Agriculture. So trying to manage my work with climate smart activities as well. I'm so thankful to the opportunities being given. It's not only making me meet new people, but also shaping my way of thinking in the agriculture industry. And I must say thank you so much to the team. Thank you so much to the network. I'm still growing and we are growing together. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much indeed. And of course, these testimonies actually prove that we've not been wasting time at CSAYN. So I'm going to give the floor to Gift. Gift, you're going to introduce yourself, and then we move to the next session. Gift, over to you.
Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
I hope you have your screen on. I want to see your face.
Yes. Can you see me?
Where's Gift? I'm looking for Gift here on the screen. Where's Gift? Go on, Gift.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Unachukwu from Nigeria. As Mr. Nchokam has already said, I'm 17 and I'm a second year law student. I'm very passionate about climate action, and I have been an enthusiast for national growth and development, both in my country and across Africa. So it's indeed a privilege to be here. Coming or getting the opportunity and access to this group is a very big one for me, and I hope to make the best use of it. So yes, I'm very, very glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with you all, and I hope that we're able to achieve great things together. Thank you.
Do you wanna put your Facebook video on the chat box? Let colleagues see what you were saying a couple of days back on campus.
Oh, I don't know how I can do that.
Anyway, I'll help you. Don't worry. I'll try to see if I can get it. But send it to my Facebook page. Send it to my inbox in Facebook. I was very impressed about it. I think colleagues have to say this. And of course, you're gonna be leading our children and youth program because you are very young, 17 years old, 19 years old. We are sure you're gonna be having your bachelor's. That is very, very outstanding. It's just to say that the continent of Africa is rising and we are doing a lot. There are a lot of changes that are coming up, and I'm happy because you're a girl. You're actually leading with example. Thank you very much, Guy, for the work you're doing so far.
Thank you so
without
much
ado, I'm gonna go straight because of time. I'm gonna go straight to our very big brother, who is Lagarde from Agra, who is gonna speak on behalf of the Secretariat and of course, equal the work they are doing with Generation Africa. Lagarde, you have the floor. Thank you very much, my brother. I can see the nice face, the beautiful face.
Thank you, Divine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and first of all, it's just a word of congratulations. I think we're already inspired by the testimonies that the youth have said, and just congratulate you on the good work. Yeah. And definitely, the rest of Africa is looking at, the work that we are doing here, and we are learning from you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So first of all, I'd just like to congratulate the new cohort who are joining. And this is your opportunity not just to participate in this, and it's an opportunity for you to share, for you to be contributors, learners, and future leaders. And if you have to look at the statistics across Africa every year, around over 10 million young people enter the labor force, yet only a fraction are able to find employment, and few of them even get opportunities in agriculture, despite agriculture being a big sector. And this does not show lack of ambition in the young people, but is a problem of access. Youth face high barriers, especially in agriculture, where experience, networks, and certification, are always required. And also, there's a growing mismatch in what the youth are taught and what the job market demand. We get young people from the university who have agriculture degrees and rural development, but when they apply for jobs, they are told they need 3 to 5 years experience, and that's actually impossible. Impossible. Employers want work-ready candidates, but no one is willing to give them the work, and I believe that's why this is really important. Internships are no longer just a luxury, but it's a necessity for us to build the capacity of these young people. To give them hands-on experience to the real world, exposure to how policy works. And I'm glad from the previous speaker who said right now he's in the policy space, and the work that he did on the ground is actually enabling him to be successful at whatever level he is right now. So this serves as a critical bridge, and I think this offers the on-job learning that is very valuable. So at AGRA, we have different interventions that we try to put, but mostly we focus on the system level. So we try to work to ensure that policies exist that strengthen the ecosystem to ensure that young people continue to access work opportunities. At the same time, under Generation Africa, Generation Africa is a community of youth. We try to equip the youth with the right tools. For now, most of our tools has been, towards youth who are engaged in agripreneurship. So giving them mentorship, access to investment, and opportunities to put their voice. But above and beyond this, we believe, youth can also employ youth. Yeah. So I think after this, we'll try to work with, this network to see out of the youth who are doing well, are they able to offer opportunities to, other youth to come in and learn through, such opportunities where they're able to give other youth, either if it's internship, but with the hope that, they'll employ them or teach them on how to fish. So this is also a call for investment, a call to action for other partners. No one can do this alone. Yeah. We need the governments to come in and institutionalize such models so that, after people come out of, their university, they're able to join an internship to get, hands-on experience. Private sector also should come in, and other development partners, not just AGRA, but others, to offer this opportunity. And then, so to the new interns, make no mistake, this is your moment. You might feel this is a small start, but this will obviously open doors. So my word to you is lean in, learn as much as you can, show up fully. Yeah, don't make any, don't second guess yourself, make mistakes, but learn from them. And most importantly, it's about you. So start seeing yourself not just as a student or a job seeker, but someone who's contributing to the transformation of this continent. And then this is a word of thanks to obviously the GCSYN family. We will continue working with you this journey, and we'll support where we will be able. But we are proud to be your partners, and we are happy to celebrate this with you. Thank you.
Very much, my brother. On behalf of the entire board of directors for CSAY, and we want to thank Agra for actually, creating time. I really say creating time because I know how busy you guys are right now with all these global events, and especially the African Food System Forum coming up in Dakar, where we are very, very impressed to be, to be part of your database, and we're looking forward to be joining efforts to making this much more successful. And for this reason, we actually decided to come up with this event just at this moment so that we can actually start making noise about the African Food System Summit Forum coming up in August 31st to September 5th. So thank you very much indeed for answering yes to our invitation. And on behalf of the entire team, I extend our gratitude to Alice, the new president. Tell her thank you very much for really taking this leadership as well. Thank you very much. So with this, I'm going to give the floor to one of our successful mentees as well, who is Dr. Samuel. He was not a doctor when I met him, by the way. He was Samuel, and now he's a doctor, medical doctor, well experienced. Samuel, in 2 minutes, please, because I said, let me slot you in right now because you are so passionate about the way you moved with CSAY and where you are right now. Dr. Samuel, over to you.
Okay, so thanks so much, Edie, for this wonderful opportunity again. And like you said, in 2 minutes, I'll try to summarize. I am Dr. Samuel Opoku-Jemfi. I am currently the chairman for the CSAYN Health Advancement Program. And I joined CSAYN in 2016. That is about almost 10 years ago. And when I joined CSAYN, I was still a student in med school, and I was still passionate about health and climate change. So we thought of eventually creating something in health, because you cannot actually separate health from agriculture. And given the rapid and exponential growth in African populations, and also the recent demographic changes, we had more chronic diseases coming up, in addition to what we already had as infectious diseases. And if you talk about chronic diseases, it's got to do everything to do with what we eat, agriculture, what you drink, still got to do with agriculture, and what you breathe in, still got to do with agriculture. So eventually, about 3 years ago, we were able to launch the CSAYN Health Advancement Program. And so, like Mr. Divine was saying, when you're starting out as an intern or you're starting out as a young person in an organization and all, you are lost, and then you don't get to discover a lot of things. But when you step up, you get in there, you are able to learn. For example, with CSAYN, I took part in COP22, COP23, Africa Regional Forum, Sustainable Development. I've taken part in WHO Regional Consultation Forums and all. Like, these are places where you get hands-on experience. Now I'm a medical doctor. I'm practicing as a GP, and I'm a specialist in public health. But before getting my specialization and all, because of the experience I was able to gather, that was able to tell me, okay, with all the experience we've gathered with international organizations, with the UN, UNF, CCC and all, you can do public health, and it can now add on to what you do. And now I head the board in CSAY, and I serve in many other boards. So just to encourage the interns to let you understand that life is a learning phase. And you see nobody fell from the sky. We all started from somewhere. You start small and you grow. And these real hands-on experience, they do not negate what you study in school, but they'll make what you study in school make more sense. And they'll give you a sense of purpose that will help you be able to contribute towards making the world a better place. I was a part of the 2012 to 2015 group of World School Global Youth Ambassadors with Malala Yousafzai and others, where we raised about over 10 million signatures for education. That was presented at the UN, UN General Assembly, where we brought out issues like bring back our girls and all. So many years of activism and so many years of active engagement. And like I said, I've been with CSAYN since 2016. So I can write the story, but CSAYN equally played a very good part and a big part in this story, especially in the international relations and international advocacy. So, in brief, Edie, you gave me 2 minutes. I don't want to go beyond,
I
unless you
know.
want me to say something else. So, I would just like to stop here.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed, Dr. Samuel, for always for believing in CSAY and for believing that CSAY could be actually a front runner towards your success and achievement so far. I'm so expressed about the work you did. And thanks very much. So I'm going to give the floor to Willie K. DeBrun on behalf of Professor Lise. Professor Lise is actually the president of the African Academy of Science. So Willie K, do you want to say a word like in 2 minutes or 3 minutes, please, on behalf of Professor Lise? You're muted. Okay, perhaps you will come back later on or so. So thank you very much. Now I'm gonna say that we are actually moving on as good with time. It's exactly 9 o'clock, and I think Ambassador. Yes, yes. Are you there?
Yes.
Really, K? Oh, Ambassador Hans, you are there. I knew you were already here. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, no, take your time.
Okay, good. Thank you, Ambassador Hans. Thanks for being there. I knew that we'll be there on time. I was already looking at my clock here. I'm saying, oh, please, I don't want Ambassador Hans to be late. Yeah, let me check with Willie K. Are you here? Okay, I can't see a Willie K here. So, Ambassador Hans, you're my friend, very, very good friend, and #1 supporter. I would say thank you very much for always honoring our invitation, though very, very short notice. You've proven. I think if they had to elect you for the 3rd term as the ICC, I will make sure that CSOY and the entire community, we vote you because we have seen your commitment for young people. From the time I met you many years ago, 10 years plus, you've always been there. You've always been there as the permanent representative for Netherlands to the Rome-based agencies. You've been so instrumental in making sure that we set up CSAYN. And today, here we are. We started as CSAYN, Climate Smart Agriculture Youth Network. Today, we are global CSAYN Global, meaning that we are in over 170 countries. We started in 4 little countries. Now we're in 170 countries plus. We started with country coordinators. Now we are talking of centers of excellence, over 75 of them today, which are actually institutions, primary, secondary, and tertiary institutions, and TVETs. So, Ambassador Hans, without much ado, let me speak a little bit of good English. Without much ado, let me give you the floor right now. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Divine. And good morning or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are, to, I would say, the 4th cohort of the Global Climate Smart Agriculture Youth Network. And we started with the Global Climate Smart Agriculture Alliance in 2014. And look where we are now in 2025. And the great thing is that the youth are taking over. And that's what we need to see in the world, because you have to do better than we have done, and we're still doing. And I always have been an advocate for involving the youth in our daily work at FVO and worldwide, because we don't listen enough to the bright ideas of the youth. And I applaud, of course, Domenico, Linda, and certainly Divine for their efforts, not only to bring the Global Youth Network together, but also having again a cohort of interns to be educated, trained, to become the agents of change we so desperately need. Because we need you. You know that the world is more than off track nowadays. If you look through the newspapers, the TV, the social media, on a daily basis, we are shocked. Shocked by what we are seeing in Gaza. Shocked what we are seeing in other conflict areas in Africa and Southeast Asia. What are we going to do about it? We are not doing enough. And if you look to the global level, and of course, in my daily work, all permanent representatives, ambassadors saying that they are favoring the multilateral system. But to what extent is the global system, a multilateral system, making a difference? In 2015, we established the Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals. We are now in 2025. And we know, we have the science, we have the evidence that we are not going to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals in 2030. It's great that they are there, but we have to be honest and we have to be bold. Because still our world leaders and head of states go to New York and promise again that they are going to achieve the Global Sustainable Development Goals in 2030. And that's fake news. It's really fake news because they know in their heads, and they have been hopefully informed by their advisors, that is impossible. Look to food security. We have 800 million people in hunger nowadays. I was, as a young diplomat, present at the first World Food Summit in Rome in 1996. More than 27 years later now, we're still discussing 800 million people in hunger. And the World Bank calculated that with every % of increase of prices, we get more than 10 million people extra in hunger per year. So we are facing now, and we are on the road to the biggest human disaster ever in history. Because if we don't change the paradigm, in about a couple of years, we have 1 billion people in hunger. The biggest catastrophe in the world. And of course, food security and climate change go hand in hand. We cannot achieve and fight climate change without food security. But we cannot achieve food security without climate change. But look to the financial figures. I just saw reports. Per year, we are spending $125 billion for climate change. When you look to food security, we're only spending about $30 million per year, 2/3 less. And we know that if we don't change that paradigm, we are not going to achieve anything what we need to achieve. And that's why it's so important that we have the Global Youth Network on the climate smart agriculture. Because when you look, and everybody's speaking about the food systems and the transformation about the food systems. But the transformation starts where the food system starts, and that are the farmers. We can only change our food system if we start working much more strongly together with the farmers and give them the means, the education, financial resources to really make the change happening. And we have to work with the youth, as I said in the beginning, because the youth should be and are the agents of change. Me with my gray hair, getting older and older, we have the past and hopefully a little bit of a future. But our future and the future of the world is in your hands. And that's why it's so important to give more and more emphasis on the youth. And I'm now working with Kazuki, the Director of Youth and Women within FAO, to set up a group of friends within FAO for the youth, because we are not doing enough to give the youth a voice in our decisions. I started a couple of years with a small group in FAO, at least to give them a voice in the decision-making process of FAO. But still, it's an uphill battle. Because still, everybody says that they want to change, but it's so difficult to change the system. That's why you are now being an intern or by being that cohort, because I count on you that you will be not only our friends, but our pushovers to make the change, to let the change happen. And that's why I'm proud to be with you. And I always will support the global climate smart youth network, because it's so much needed. And I would say that's the only youth network which has been so strong and which has till now been so active, especially in Africa. And that's thanks to Divine, Domenico, and Linda to make it happen. And not to stop when there's a setback. Not to stop if there's not enough funding. Not to stop when they are pushed back by some of the UN organizations. Keep on doing that, because only then we will get the change. So I wish you all the success in your work, in your training, in your learning exercise, and then go back to your constituencies, your communities, and start the change we so desperately need. Thank you.
Very much, Ambassador Hans. I know you are busy, but I'll give the floor to maybe 2, 3 of our Centers of Excellence lead for them to ask you any question or comment with respect to what you have said. So let me start with maybe Dr. Sarada. Do you have any question? I know you are familiar with Ambassador Hans because you've always been there in the food systems transformation process. So Ambassador Dr. Sarada, do you have any question on behalf of all your interns? First of all, how many interns do you have for this cohort? And then just tell us a little bit, Dr. Sarada, before we go to the next panel. Yes, Dr. Sarada, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Divine. Am I audible, Divine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Respected Ambassador Hans, and I really respect his golden words that youth can change everything. Youth have the power, youth have the energy, and they can change everything. And from India, I myself joined along with my 5 to 6 intern, the postgraduate students of that climate environmental sciences. And I have just a simple question to Ambassador Hans that always my students ask that, sir, we are at a continent of Asia and we are having a small college or institution. How we can be a part of the change that show that global, that world that I as a student can be a change, can be a part of that change of food security or climate change?
Yeah, it is a difficult issue, but at the same time, we never thought when we started in 2014 that we are now where we are with the global network. And of course, certainly within the UN, it's always 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards. But when it comes to the country level, the more active you are, and you have all those countries are represented here within FEO, let your voice being heard. We have now, since we started 5, 6 years ago, we started from scratch within FEO. And everybody, when I was working with Kazuki, everybody was a little bit laughing about it. Yeah, the youth and the nice story, nice words, but you will never succeed. Look, now we have a division on youth. So it can happen. The more you push, the more you believe in it, the more you speak up, the more you find friends within your communities, but also within neighboring countries, the stronger your voice will become. And certainly, I would say, whether you'll be a farmer or an entrepreneur, or in the, I would say, in the science and education business, you are in the lead. Don't be modest, because without you, nothing will grow and we cannot eat. And that's also why I always make a strong plea, not only to look to, I would say, the government or the public sector, look also to the private sector. I'm working now on food losses with several private companies in different countries. We are now starting with the World Bank an initiative in 9 African countries. And I'm amazed how many companies stand ready to invest. But you have to ask them the right question, because normally what the UN will do, can you give us some money? We have a fund for you. Please put your money in the fund. That's the wrong question, because the shareholders of those companies, small or big, won't want to finance bureaucracy. But we asked, and we started in Nigeria last year with a $50 million project on dairy. And we changed the paradigm because we asked 2 or 3 companies, what do you need from us? What can we do for you to make your investment in this country happening? And that was it. The ballgame changed. Because at that moment, they came around the table and they clearly stated 3 or 4 conditions which could be met. And that came to already a first $50 million investment. We are now starting in 9 countries, amongst others in Kenya, in Tanzania, etc. And of course, those companies are looking for bright young people. And that's a stronghold you can get if you make yourself heard and visible. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for inspiring words. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Hans. I don't know how many minutes you have left.
No, I'm not. You see, I'm sitting quite relaxed here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ambassador Hans. I know you'll always be there for us. Wilike De Bruin, do you want to say a word on behalf of the ASS, that is the African Academy of Science, on behalf of Professor Lisa? You're muted.
Yes.
Of course.
Hi, this is Wilike. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the AIS, of course, is striving for providing mentorships for students and for African to alleviate the African research and education platform. We are currently, we've just recently developed 3 short online courses that will be launched in August on food safety, for example. This is an example, of course, not the theme of your of this program, but we intend to broaden our scope and to bring in more training programs if this is successful. So we're inviting African guests, to anyone from an African background to register for these courses. They are meant to be for the African population as well. So contextualizing our research and work into an African perspective.
Very much indeed, and many thanks to Professor Lisa for giving the opportunity for you to talk about the AIS. And you have the link to your website, because we have a lot of institutions on this call, universities, lecturers, professors. Will you want to maybe type the link to the ASS on the chat box? Let them know, and maybe introduce yourself, let them know who you are and how they can connect with you, because it's an opportunity for the institutions as well, just to let the centers of excellence that they have the big opportunity, huge opportunity to connect with you directly. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let me say, it's so crucial. I only would like to echo what was said. Please join those courses, even if it's not perhaps at this moment the direct focus on your training, but join those courses, because without safe food, there is no life, there is no market and no production. And I think with the IT which we have now, we don't always have to be in person present. So I would say join those courses, because it will make you much more aware of what needs to be done. And always with joining those courses, you create a new powerful network to influence what needs to be done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Hans. You've just proven to us that you are our father, our mentor, our everything, our supporter. Thank you very much indeed to echo this. Let me now give the floor to my sister Lara. She and I will be facilitating the panel. The panel is actually the centers of excellence across Asia, Africa, and so on. So I'll be there to make sure everybody is in place. Then Lara, I'll give back the floor. So I think Dr. Sarada was one of the panelists. Linda is Irene is one of the panelists. All of you here, Irene, Eliana, yeah, we have 2 other people. Yeah. Adinafe, I would like you to join the panel. I would like you to join the panel instead, and maybe Dr. Valencia, because it's not going to be a long panel. You guys should not be scared of the questions. There are no big questions here, because we just want to make sure that we maximize the opportunities we have right here. Yes, we equally had Olipa. Olipa, I don't know if you're here. Olipa, are you here? Is Olipa here? Okay. If Olipa is not here, so Alinafe, you're gonna sit for SADC. Irene gonna sit for East Africa. Western Africa gonna be Dr. John. Dr. John, are you here? Is
I'm
Dr.
right
John? Okay, Dr.
Yes,
John
he's
is right
here.
here. So Dr. John is here, is gonna sit on behalf of West Africa. And then we're gonna move in that. I mean, that's a panel. That's a panel for this session. So, Dr. Valencia, are you willing to sit on the panel? Don't be scared. There are not many questions. I will not kill you with questions. I know you're afraid of my questions, but I'm not going to kill you with questions, Dr. Valencia.
I'll choose from
Yes.
Greece.
Okay,
I
thank you.
guess.
Dr. Valencia is here.
Fine, I have to leave. Fine, I have to leave now. So thank you so much for being with you. You can
Yes.
call upon me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ambassador Hans. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Bye-bye, Ambassador Hans. So we have...
On my behalf also, I'll have to leave shortly.
Yeah.
Sorry for not being able to join for a long time, but I will
No
be more
problem.
than happy
No
to
problem. No
facilitate,
problem.
yes,
No problem. So I
to
have
this
Irene.
great effort.
Yeah, I have Irene, I have John, I have Eliana, I have Sahada, I have Sarada. It's gonna be very, very short panel anyway. Anilake, yeah, and then we have Valencia. Yes. So, all right. Thank you very much, colleagues, for accepting to be part of this session. By the way, Valencia, you are not new to what we are talking about. Since you have to leave, I'll start with you right now. So, from your experience and the work we've been doing together, and of course, you are one of the board members for CSAYN. So what are some of the missing links you found within the internship program, and how do you think we need to strengthen this internship program and mentorship program? I want to recall right here we have vice chancellor's representative, we have students who are the student interns, who are right here, who are the new interns for this cohort. They're starting today. So what is your word of advice to them? What are some of your experiences you want to share with them in 3-4 minutes? Dr. Valencia, over to you.
Thank you, Divine. The advice to them is just to keep up with you. I guess that's the most important thing. But they really need to know their objective. They really need to know what is their target. Once they know what is the target, then it's going to be easier to follow up and not to lose track of where they're heading to. So for me, know your target, what you're aiming for is the most important thing. And then the other also is to communicate. Communicate when you don't understand something. Ask questions if you need more information. Don't hesitate to clarify everything prior the implementation of all of the actions that you have. So I think that would be for me, the most important things to implement. And if they have this in mind, I think that's going to guide them and help them clarify what they're up to.
Very much indeed. I mean, thank you very much. As our board member, you've always been there. Thank you for inspiring us. Thank you for supporting all the work we're doing. And I hope the interns are listening. They're going to give their feedback later on. So let me give the floor to Lara. Lara, you're going to introduce Elian and I think Elian and Alinafe for them to actually share their perspective in this direction. Lara, over to you.
All right, thank you, Divine. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to moderate this session. I'd like to give the floor to Miss Eliana as a PhD candidate from the University of California. Then the other leaders from GCSAYN Center of Excellences from West Africa and East Africa. Please welcome Dr. John from West Africa and Miss Irene Kimani from East Africa. May I know if you are present here, Dr. John and Miss Irene? By that, I can...
and Dr. Sarada too is
John
there.
is present. West Africa.
Dr. Sarada from India, from Asia, to be specific.
I am present.
Okay, you're present. I will pin each of you. Hold on, give me some time as I'm also coordinating the attendance list here. All right, you are free to give your questions to Ms. Valesia as she is here right now, but I would advise you to keep it as short as possible as she also has another schedule. So thank you.
I gonna start with Lara. If you want me, I should take it. I should take over because I don't want to scare them. Do you want me to start to take the questions to go ahead?
Of course. It seems
Okay,
like
thank
the
you.
other leaders
Now,
still need time to prepare.
basically, colleagues, thank you very much, Lara. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Yeah. So, Irene, I want you to tell us a little bit, what is Arvis doing to strengthen this partnership and equally the internship and mentorship program over the years? I want you to tell us in 2-3 minutes what you have actually learned and what you think we can actually take back home and advice you can give to this our marvelous interns. Irene, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Edie. I don't know if you can see me. I may not be able to put my video continuously because of the network here.
We can see you.
From the Rift Valley National Polytechnic. We are based in Kenya. We are a center of excellence for TVET under GCSEYN, and we are also the lead in the East African Hub. So what I have learned through the internship program is that one, the commitment to knowledge sharing through the youth, and also the commitment to equipping the youth with the knowledge on sustainability and food systems is going to really help the world in solving the real world challenges and also promoting sustainable practices for the local communities. Why do I say that? Because inclusivity of the youth and ensuring that the youth are active participants and at the forefront is really key to ensuring food security. You had Ambassador Hans earlier say that if there is no food, we cannot live, and it's actually true. So actually, for me, for the interns that are incoming, your active participation in this academy is going to really, really go a long way in ensuring that the world is well fed. What are we doing as a TVET Institute? We are actively ensuring that we mentor the interns in the right way, ensure that they are involved in student-led or intern-led solutions in agribusiness, particularly in value addition, in engaging in research and innovation, and also in irrigation, green hydrogen, and many other projects that we are undertaking on the ground. Active participation is really key. And even in the previous cohorts that we have had, they have really participated actively in many of the activities that are geared towards sustainable food systems. Thank you, Edith.
Very much. The same question goes to Eliana Fonsa.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Special thank you to Mr. Divine Tokam for inviting me and to the SCSAYN network. And I really appreciate all the interns for taking this opportunity to learn. Before I say much or respond to this question, I want to drive the reality home to each and every intern that is embarking on this journey today. I want you to know that first and foremost, we are living in a world with over 3.6 billion people, with a majority of them in the global south. That includes continents like Africa and India. And most of the people, the majority of people in the global south are living in extreme vulnerable climate conditions. And I want you to also know that these climate issues are impacting agriculture all over the world. And Africa is most vulnerable with extreme droughts and flooding that impacts agriculture. We don't Africa as a continent, for example, and most of the global south does not contribute much to the processes that cause climate change and impacting agriculture. In Africa, for example, we have limited industries, and so we don't emit most of the gases. But we can contribute to resolving these problems through climate smart agriculture. There are a lot of climate action planning activities going on around the world, and you, through this internship, are going to participate in solving some of these problems through climate smart agriculture. You are a part of the solution. You have to know that you're embarking on a journey that is contributing in solving global climate problems. And so you should take this opportunity as one that will help you gain the experience that you need in bridging the theory you've been learning throughout your life. You've been a student, you've learned a lot. Now, this is an opportunity for you to bridge the gap between theory and knowledge, and a hands-on opportunity for you to leverage the different resources that this network is going to provide you with to make meaning, to contribute to resolving climate issues, to resolving issues of food insecurity, to resolving issues of, this issues of a global climate change. This is an opportunity for you to build your problem-solving skills, to prove yourself, like Ambassador Han did mention. It's an opportunity to amplify your voice, showcase your talents, and attract the network, the sponsorship, the partnership that will help you realize your goals. I just want to encourage you that this is an opportunity for you to make it if you're bent. I want to also let you know that as a student, I've got to do some good work, impacting the world. And it all started with internships like this. It all started with volunteering. It all started with showcasing the talents that I have and attracting the people that can help me build myself and contribute. So I just want to encourage you that this is an opportunity you shouldn't take lightly. Exchange knowledge, showcase yourself, learn from one another, build the team spirit that you need, and work hard. This is an opportunity that will take you to the next level. So thank you very much again for the opportunity to speak. I am ready and available to respond to any further questions that you have.
Thank you very much indeed for your insightful presentation. Let me give the floor now to from North America, East Africa. Now let me go to Asia. Let me give Dr. Sarada.
Yes. Thank you, Divine. So I can say to the interns that
Number one, Dr. Sarada, I need
yes.
to ask you two things. The first
Yes.
thing, you remember that we were part of the UN Food System Summit process 2020, 2021, and now we are moving towards the UNFFS +4, which is 2 years after the summit. So I want you to tell us a little bit what efforts is your institution putting in place to make sure that the UNFFS +4 is different from the UNFFS +2 where you attended in Vietnam. And then you're going to tell us a little bit how relevant has been the internship program vis-a-vis your students. Yes, thank you, sir. Over to you.
Okay,
and
thank
then
you.
the last point, the shift from the SDG corners to the SDG dialogues to the SDG pavilion. So I'm giving you 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So as Divine has told that we grow with CSAYN, CS and Asia, India grow with CSAYN ED Divine in Chokam Divine, and he is the person who introduced me to the UN Secretariat, and thank you for that. And in the entire Asia, India is the first to participate in this UNFSS dialogues. And for the information of all the interns, that we have conducted about more than 16 dialogues with various themes: climate change, pollution, women, gender insecurity, gender security, food security, and everything, and which was highly appreciated by the UN Secretariat. And the concern is that, basing on our achievements and our feedbacks, we are also invited to. I was also invited to the Vietnam Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development to have a discussion on even if it's stock taking movements, what we experienced, what our students experienced, and towards which level the experiments or the research can go. So I can advise the interns that you have the power, you have the energy, but the missing link is that the platform. I can say here that CSAYN give you the right platform where the networking is important. Student and intern, the difference is that they cannot easily get the networking, but CSAYN will surely give you the platform, tremendous platform to become the networking. You will connect with various scientists, entrepreneurs, media persons, civil person, everybody, so that your knowledge will be broadened and your horizon will be extended. And regarding the, even if this is the fourth, now the system is going to the nutrition dialogues and everything. And also the, you must have known about the David Navarro, the 4SD director. He has also appreciated a lot about our efforts, what Divine has done, what CSAY has done is particular, because it is spread now about 198 countries across the world. I can say proudly that Divine is the showcase. And you are the game changers, the interns, you are the game changers who will do surely take CSAY to the latest heights. So my advice is that you should always be a hunger. You should have a hunger to know, to explore, and you have the energy to change the world. I can say that. So actually, food security and climate change go side by side, is the Ambassador Hans also told that. But we have to mitigate the climate change through, and you can find out various knowledges about the agriculture and the agriculture entrepreneurship, and how you becomes the entrepreneurship. Not only think that you are a student or intern or everything, how you will be the agripreneur, I can say that. And that is the motto of CSAY. And I hope all the interns will be charged or energized to reach that certain heights. And regarding the SDG pavilion, what Divine has told, that it is actually the idea of my students. If Divine permitted, then I can show some of the slides what we have done, that the SDG pavilion in the recent years, which was appreciated by the UN secretary also. If you can give me some 1
Do you
or 2
want to
minutes.
share your screen? Do you want to share your screen?
Yes, I want to share the screen.
Let me see if I can give you the approach of the co-host. Let me see. Where's Sarada? Yeah. Oh, sure. Where are you, Sarada? Where are you? Lara, how can I give him the access? I can't see him on my screen here.
Let me.
Yeah, give him access to the screen for him to share his screen.
Can hold on.
Are you okay? Let me see. I can do that. I think I can do that.
Dr. Sarada can also share his screen.
Okay, you can share the screen now.
Yes, you can.
Okay, Linda. Linda, even if your screen is not good, you're going to speak on behalf of the testimonies. You'll give us a little bit of those who were there and how it worked out, so that these interns can actually have an idea. Linda, I'm speaking to you. So after Sarada and the panel, so you're going to step in, Linda, please. Thank you. Yes, Dr. Sarada.
Yes, I'm just sharing. It is seen. Is my slides available seen to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, I just make it a slideshow. Is it visible?
Yeah. I think it's you can enlarge it a little bit if you want.
I can see. This is good.
Yeah, but you have 2 minutes left. So 2 minutes left.
Okay, thank you. Just I will just show the slides and the theme. Actually, what Divine has told, that we just moved from the SDG dialects to SDG pavilion. Actually, what is the motto? What is the concept? Is that we cannot reach to everybody to explain about the SDGs. So we have developed a concept that is SDG pavilion, where in the just inside our campus, you can see that this is our campus, and just in front of our campus, we have established a pavilion where we have a LED screen, and we have all the 17 goals, and all the students are holding their 17 goals, and they will explain everybody, the farmers, small farmers, civil society, students, everybody. And the point of that interest is that we also have some selfie point to attract the youth. They can come here, the SDG pavilion, they can know about all the SDGs and their motto, and they can also have a selfie point to have some knowledge about the SDGs. So this is the attracting point where youth, the students, school children, college students, youth, civil society, everybody come to our campus to have a visit and to know about what SDG is. So these are the principles. I told you, just you should have developed a certain concept that you should do something different. And we have done this a point SDG pavilion concept. It is of course a different perspective, and it is as for the Divine, it has been appreciated by also the UN Secretariat, the SDG pavilion. So interns should have some in their minds to do something different, to do some networking, to experiment, and to know about the real facts of the SDGs and the climate change and the food security also. And we are what we have done at the side by side of our SDG pavilion, we have done a point where public students who visited our pavilion should write a sentence for the climate change, sentence for the earth, sentence for the environment. So this will catch their intentions, their attentions to this SDGs. So this is a little different thing we have tried, and I hope that everybody should know about the SDGs and the motto and the fulfill the SDG 2030. Thank you, Divine.
Yeah, thank you very much, and special congratulations for actually. I remember the number of students you reached out to was 500 people, just in a very, very short notice. I'm so impressed about your work, Dr. Sarada, on behalf of the Board of Director for CSAY, and we want to congratulate you. And we know that for mobilization and bringing young people together and stakeholders, you're always there to support. Thank you very much indeed. Let me move over to Alinafe. Alinafe? No, not Alinafe. Or first of all, go to Dr. John. Alinafe is going to come out in the IT concept, making sure that all the centers of excellence try to use ICT to navigate across the internship program. Let me give the floor to Dr. John. Dr. James, you ready? Be ready. I'll call you up very soon because I know you're already shaking on your chair. I can see you. Don't worry. I'm going to call you very soon, Dr. James. Yeah, Dr. John, over to you.
Thank you very much, the ED. I'm John Obodo from Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. We are at the Center of Excellence for CSYN, and the name of our directorate is Sahel Institute for Bamboo Research for an Entrepreneurship CBRED. And by the grace of God, we are coordinating also the West African GCSYN body. I want to welcome each and every one of you, both the mentors and the mentees, to this event, and I congratulate specifically the 4th interns that we are having for CSAYN. As we are gathered here together, we are to emphasize the significance of empowering our youth in climate-smart agriculture. Africa is facing a triple crisis of climate change, biodiversity loss, and land degradation. However, records have it that with half of our population under the age of 20, we have a unique opportunity to harness the energy and the creativity of our young people. Therefore, cohort 4, I wish to congratulate you specifically and encourage you to take the trainings you are going to have during this period seriously. There is something you all must know. You need the job to have an experience. I repeat, you need a job to have an experience. At the same time, employers and the world need you to have an experience in order to get a job. And being an intern is a platform offered to you free of charge by Global Climate Smart Youth Agriculture Network International, which is all over the world, for you to have the required international experience that you can get job anywhere in the world after your graduation, if you are schooling. And so take this seriously and let it be part of your CV. For example, in Nigeria, federal government is supposed to give you a job if you are a graduate. But because you need that experience in order to get federal government job, they decided that before you graduate from a university, you must at least do an internship of 6 months. That internship of 6 months is usually projected to be 1 year. And that's not all. You cannot be employed by federal government of Nigeria nor state government when you have not done 1 year compulsory youth service, NYSC. So you see, you need 2 years experience as someone who is just a fresh graduate in order to get a federal government job. I myself, I was sponsored from Nigeria to the Netherlands by the help of Ford Foundation International Fellowship, which is headquartered in Netherlands and in the US. But one of the criteria was we must have at least 2 years work experience. And luckily, I was already an employee of our own Nigerian government then. So I used 1 year of as being employed by Nigerian government plus the NYC experience which I had to apply for that. And I was just shortlisted, funded, and I'm a PhD holder today. So take this seriously and work very hard so that you will bring back that experience you have in order to impact in our African continent, especially West Africa. With us in CBRED, the interns that are participating here and the ones that are on ground with us, our programs and activities will contribute to the following sustainable development goals. 1, zero hunger. You heard what Ambassador Hans has said. We need food in order to live. We did not live to eat food, but we eat food to live. So we need food and we must contribute to that goal. The second one is SDG 3, which is good health and well-being. SAYN has a CHAP program. And even with our own flagship of bamboo-based agroforestry, bamboo can provide shoes that are used for nutritive food supplements. So we will be contributing to that. And what you should be learning there, you should be thinking of how you will come and improve on what we have on ground. Then climate action. I have mentioned that climate change is one of the problems that is facing Africa especially. So with your participation, you should look at alternative ways where agriculture will be in the same interest as you carry out your own environmental conservation activities. Then the last one is on biodiversity conservation, which has to do with Goal 15. Climate action, by the way, is Goal 13. So when we are participating in this internship, think of novel ways in which you will be producing food, you will impact on how to scale up climate action. We will do more on how to produce more nutritive food in order to contribute to our CHAP objective, as well as enhancing biodiversity conservation. So you shouldn't take this lightly. Participate very well, all of you, and I want to congratulate all of you across board and thank the organizers of this event. Thank you very much for having me as a panelist. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. John, and not only as a lecturer, but as a father, as a mentor, because all what you've said is really articulating to the vision of the internship. And to add to what he said, many of you may feel that I'm here because I was just like it's been a long journey. For those who have known me over the years, it's been a long journey. Even those who met me along the way, they'll tell you that I've never been that guy who sleeps. Because the truth is that there's a period where you have to invest in yourself to get to where you want to be. And I'm going to give you guys this advice later on after all our colleagues give their general contributions. Let me give the floor to my very good brother, Alinafe. Alinafe, I'm very excited to have you on this call. And I want you to a little bit maybe invite the interns to equally register for the upcoming relay as well, because an opportunity. Over to you, Alinafe. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Idi, and thank you, Dr. Sarada, Dr. John, for wonderful statements that you have, you and other panelists have said. My name is Kaliwo Alinafe. I'm from Malawi at a company called Macro Limited. We produce sensors that help smallholder farmers to monitor their crops in irrigation. It has been one of the most well looked up to technology since 2023 when we launched it in Malawi. And let me say this to young people before I even continue with my story, that the future is for young people. Today is for young people. And we need to be the solutions that we are supposed to be to our communities. I can give you, for instance, in Africa, we have got over 60% of young people that are less than that are 25 years old and below, you know. So we can see that we should be part of the solutions. We should be the pioneers of solutions. And that's what I became to my country when they came up with these tools out of a science from an academic background. I came in and they said, I'll be producing these things locally in Malawi. And it was a very tough move for me because I didn't have the resources, but I had the motive, I had the encouragement. So the tools that we make and distribute to farmers are very simple tools. They are called chameleon tools because we use everything by color. So using a color, a farmer would know when to irrigate or whether they should irrigate or not. So as you can see, if you can see me, I'm holding a card in my hand. This card is taking a lot, is telling a lot to the farmer. When this LED you see blinks blue, it shows the farmer that you have got enough water in the soil and you don't need to irrigate. If it shows green, it shows the farmer that you have to start preparing to irrigate. And when it shows red, it shows you that you have to irrigate right there and then, as simple as it is. And you can see these tools, they have brought so much impact on the farmers, reducing water by 72%, saving fertilizer by over 41%, and improving yield by over 64%. And these are the metrics that are actually driving this innovation beyond our borders here in Malawi. We are in Zambia, we're in South Africa, we're in Tanzania, we are in Vietnam, we're in Pakistan. So these two has actually gone to places where we haven't been out of a research. But it was all because I said, I think I can do this for my country. I can come in and start producing this. So as you are part of this cohort, you have to know that you are solutions to your communities, and probably you are solutions to the nation, to the world at large. And you have to take these challenges and as opportunities to forge ahead to solve the challenges of the world. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't surpass my time.
I mean, someone like you can even speak to tomorrow because actually you're adding value to what we want to see happen, and we are actually helping that you're gonna actually get some of these interns to build their capacity in what you're doing because that is the dream goal. I mean, we don't want these interns to go and be searching for jobs. We want them to be job creators. That's one of the most important part of this internship program. So I just want to say that the life skills that they already have, that they're acquiring will be very, very important for job creation. And most importantly, the interns, all of them have a talent which they have to actually identify, but that will never happen if they don't try in many ways to come out from their various the comfort zones. Thank you very much, my brother. And I'm so proud to have you as part of my colleague and part of my, inspiring master. So let me give the floor to Bridget. Is Bridget here, one of the interns from Kamyanga? Who has been longing to speak, but unfortunately I didn't find her on time. Lara, is Bridget ready to speak?
Supposedly.
Bridget, are you there?
She left.
She left. Okay, good. Thank you. Walk easy. So let me give the floor now to Dr. James. After Dr. James, now I'm going to go across the centers of excellence who have actually submitted the list of their interns. So Dr. James, please, you have 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Divine. My name is James from Kenya. I'm actually here representing 2 institutions. One, the Canadian NGO called Catalyst Plus, where I'm the country representative. But I'm also a founder of an NGO called Seed Africa, working with smallholder farmers and the youth. Yeah, for the first cohort, of interns. What I would like to to say about that, I think some of them here
The
shared
fourth, not the first, the fourth.
Oh, the fourth. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Good. The fourth cohort that I've just shared something about what they have learned. What I would encourage the organizers here is to, because I think in this forum they could not be able to share everything. If we can organize and document the learnings and share with the new cohort, the incoming cohort, that will go a long way so that they can learn what has worked for the fourth cohort and what are some of the areas of improvement. So if that can be documented and shared afterwards, after this, that will go a long way to the new incoming cohort. For the incoming cohort, you are at the right place with the right persons, the right platform. That's what I would encourage you to kind of plug in and learn as much as you can. My background is entrepreneurship, and I work with smallholder farmers and mentoring them, training, mentoring them. And what I'm still new in CSA, YN, and I'm still learning. And one of the things that I'll do Divine is also to identify areas where this platform can improve. For example, I usually help the smallholder farmers to think business, to do farming as a business. And we could actually turn the centers of excellence into business hubs or incubators, whereby we can really see the young people accessing finance. My area of specialty is finances smallholder farmers, agribusiness. And what we could do is to help the young persons actually do farming as a business from the centers of excellence and turn that to be incubators. So I'll be looking at that and writing to Divine to see where we can do some improvement to make sure that we actually see businesses happening at the centers of excellence run by the youth or owned by the youth and that are youth-led. So that's something I'm looking at, and I will be writing back to you to see where we can do some improvement and to make sure that businesses that do happen. Thank you very much.
James, for this insightful contribution. Let me give the floor now to, I'm going to go according to my screen. I'll start with Dr. Francis from the Regional Office for Africa for CSOYN. Dr. Francis, in 2 minutes, give us your feedback and your comments as far as the internship has been going on. And then I'll be happy if each of you can actually type on the chat box some of your interns are here that you want them to speak. Maybe one intern each. That'll be helpful so that we can actually invite them to speak on behalf of the entire interns. That would be great because we have actually worked on time very well. So we still have some little time for the interns to be able to share their their excitement, because I know they're excited. Yeah, Dr. Francis, over to you.
Thank you so much, the organizers. I'm delighted to be here today and welcome all the interns of Cohort 4. I want to say I'm Francis Onyango Oduor from University of Kabianga. Sorry for that echo. Yes, and as the university, we have
if your camera is a hindrance, can you turn off your camera?
Me just to speak briefly about the Africa coordination. I hope I'm still audible. Basically, we aim to train youths and empower them on climate smart agriculture. And currently, we have the centers of excellence, whom we have a common email that we are speaking together. And we want to encourage all the African centers of excellence to be using that email so that we speak all of us together there. Secondly, through Divine, maybe I could ask that he allows us to have a common email
for all the African, not email, but WhatsApp. WhatsApp could be faster in maybe terms of communication, so that we also put on board our interns to those WhatsApps for ease of coordination of African activities. In terms of internship, I want to encourage all the interns that you are in the right track. This is where you are going to use what you learned in theory and put them in practice. So be observant. This is where now you have to exploit your skills and talents into the real world situation in terms of solving the community problems. And for example, in Kenya, where I come from, the government has already has a policy on internship. So most of the graduates, you will find them applying for internship in different government sectors, where they are actually picked, a portion of them, and they are given a one-year internship. And therefore, you may not be having an opportunity like others to get internship anywhere. So I just want to encourage all the interns across the globe that you take this activity so seriously. I know the ED, Mr. Divine, is normally very supportive on this, and he will support us together with all the organizers and the board of directors of the Youth Network. Thank you so much. God bless us all.
Very much, Dr. Francis, and for the endless support since inception of the virtual academy and the internship program. Thank you very much indeed. And if you have one student that want to speak on your behalf, on behalf of the interns from Kabianga, just let us know in the chat that we're going to give the floor to that student. So let me give the floor to Dr. Professor Ibrahim from the Kaduna State University.
Thank you very much, Mr. Divine. And thank you, everyone on the platform.
Your camera,
I have followed.
Excuse me, can you put up your, I don't know what's your chair or your camera. We can only see your head. We can't see, we can see your glasses. Can you arrange your camera? Can you adjust your camera? Yeah, it's better.
On.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I'm
better
seeing.
now?
Yeah, I think it's better.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
better
glad
now.
to be here. And I want to most sincerely congratulate all the interns and assure them that by divine arrangement, God has used divine to bring you to a platform where you actually will be taken to your destiny. For the few weeks or months that I've been here, I've been so excited. And our interns from Kaduna State University, they are also very excited. In fact, within these few weeks, their mentality has changed. They have become very, very serious. And I want to encourage both those from Kaduna State University and all other interns to be serious. You must have heard several times that they said the youth, we are preparing youth for the future. And I keep asking, when will the future come? So I think we have to change that mantra. It's for the now. And in this platform, we are preparing for the now. You better arise and take over. Leadership is for those who want to work very hard, those who want to imbibe technology, those who want to follow ideas we're sharing in this platform. So I want to welcome the interns, and I ask them to be very, very committed, very serious. For us who are mentors, we'll be committed to training them, mentoring them, and helping in all that we can do to ensure that they have a proper upbringing. Thank you for this opportunity, and we pledge our support and commitment to ensuring that these youths are actually brought up and given this opportunity. I want to also mention that technology transfer is one of the issues we have in Nigeria. A lot of people are committed to being serious, but we're still backward in terms of technology. And I want to believe that through this platform, we will receive a lot of training, a lot of guidance, so that we can imbibe and properly use technology for the betterment of the society. Thank you, Mr. Divine, and everyone.
When I listen to you speak, You're speaking like somebody of 12 years old with a lot of passion, a lot of commitment and enthusiasm. And I'm learning from that. Thank you very much, Professor. And of course, we are very proud to have Kaduna State on board. I know you guys have 4 campuses, and we are happy to know that the 4 campuses are fully involved in what we are working on. Thank you very much indeed. Let me give the floor now to, I think Professor Elechi is here. Professor Elechi, over to you. You have 2 minutes. Oh, let me skip Professor Elechi and go to Professor Obi. Professor Obi, over to you.
Thank you, my ED. I don't know where to start, but all I know is that God will continue to bless you for what you are doing for our youths. I want to stand here to say, inform the interns that they will continue looking at you and taking you as a model. Because I got to know you since in 2007 till date. You have not disappointed me. Your interest is to mentor the youths. And that was why I immediately mentioned your mission in 2014. I joined you. And to date, you have been doing the same thing. So I want to encourage the interns to be serious with whatever that at any point in time you have an opportunity, any opportunity you have, make sure you grab it well. I joined the professor from Kaduna saying that we are not no longer talking about the future. We are talking about now. And this is now to take action. And I want to inform the interns too that thank God for Divine for creating this opportunity or this platform that somebody in Nigeria will be discussing with somebody from Kenya, from India, from US. That is a powerful platform for in our days. We didn't have such a thing, but now it's happening in your lifetime. Once again, I want to thank the ED for what you are doing. And for us in Nantesco University, we continue to support the network. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Obi, for the endless support, mentorship, and equally advice in making sure that I took my lane. I mean, you actually tailored me towards the right direction. Thank you very much indeed. Let me give the floor to, I think Professor Adelu. I'm sorry, that name is so sometimes difficult for me to pronounce. He's a professor from the Obafemi Awolowo University. Yes, Professor. Professor, you're muted. Adelu Anyawale, you're muted. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, our ED. It's a pleasure being here. It's been a very wonderful time. I've enjoyed every bit of the program. And for the first time, although we got to know each other around 2019 or thereabout,
yeah,
we've been in touch since that time, and it's been very pleasurable. Now, this is the first time we'll be having interns for this CSAYN. So we have on this meeting, we have interns from the Obafemi Awolowo University. So it's a really privilege. We want to say that Obafemi Awolowo University is committed to supporting the program. Yeah, we are coming a bit late, but we are coming strong. We have recommended 7 interns, and we're sure that these interns they are quite enthusiastic, and we are happy. We are hopeful that they will come. We are also Obafemi Awolowo University is also co-lead in the health advancement program, and we are looking forward to being able to shape whatever it is that's so thank you very much. We look forward to working with you. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. And I saw your office. I saw how everything was already set up. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Let me give the floor to Dr. Kali. Dr. Kali. Dr. Kali, I know Professor Ibrahim has spoken, but I want to hear from you too. Dr. Kali.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone on the call. It's a great pleasure to be part of this year's internship program. My interns are all here, and we're making sure that we'll get the best of this year's opportunities. We'll never cease to appreciate you for your ceaseless effort, trying to see opportunities for institutions and make sure that they grab it and they use it to better their lives and the lives of humans around them. So there's a research institution and we're about solving problems. If the interns can come in at this young age and begin to see what they can do differently, like the earlier said, fine-tuning their critical skills, then you're sure that by the time they leave and wherever they find themselves, they'll see problems as opportunities to leverage on and make a voice, make impact. So we're glad with you, and we celebrate the fourth internship program, which has been continuous, it has never stopped. The height is your limit. Interns, make sure you make the best of this opportunity. Everybody has said it, but make sure it counts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Let me give the floor to my brother from the University of Hope University, DRC. I don't know who is representing, but I just see a Hope University. Who is representing Hope University, please? Who is representing Hope University of DRC? Yes.
Yes, Divina, we are there, but I'm with my dinner, my fish
Okay.
dinner. I think
Okay.
he can have the floor.
Okay, thank you.
Mari, you
Good
are
job.
there? Kiete? Kiete?
Can you speak on his behalf if he's not there? Because we need to make sure we respect time.
Okay, thank you. Really, we are happy. We are happy to be in this meeting
You don't have a
today
camera?
because
Can you put on a camera or network is an issue?
oh,
Yeah, carry on, sir. Carry on, no problem. Vas-y, comme ça. Vas-y, c'est pas un
oh,
problème.
thank you. Really, we are happy to be in this meeting for this evening. And let us say good morning, good evening. It depends with the side that you are. And we met our divine, it was last year. We talked to him, and he agreed us to work with this organization that is still working with the youth. Really, we are happy. We are happy. We are learning because this is our first time to work with yes, and we wanted to learn more about it so that we can make our world green. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Let me give the floor now to Professor Elichi. Professor Elichi, you're muted. Okay. Now let me give the floor to another intern, Aisha from India. Are you right here? Dr. Sarada, is Aisha from India here?
Yes, she's there. She's there.
Okay, Aisha, please.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Aisha Khatun, MSc Botany student.
Can you put
from
your camera,
India.
please? Please.
Sir, here heavy rain is happening. If I open the camera, there
No
was
problem.
network
No problem.
problem.
No problem. So, no problem.
So I'm really proud to speak about our association with CSAYN and our SDG awareness activities. So it encourages youth to lead sustainability and climate action across the globe. So we were introduced to CSAYN during the call to Earth Day. I think we have discussed earlier. It was supported by you and also our mentor Sarda Mahapatra sir. So we joined as SDG volunteers and speakers and actively promoted the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We also explained all 17 SDG through posters, models, live interaction with youths. We were able to make people aware of global issues and how we can tackle it with sustainability ways. It also helped us to connect deeply with audience, especially students. And I would like to thank CSAYN for empowering us to create change through knowledge and creativity. Thank you. And it's a great platform to exchange ideologies and work. We can explore new ideas and implement those ideas to change a lot of things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me give the floor now to who else is here? Glory. Glory, over to you. Unmute yourself. Okay, so right now, I gonna give back the floor. I don't know, Linda, are you there? Oh, Brian. Brian, okay, Brian, please. Brian, okay, Brian.
I'm
Yes,
here. I'm
okay.
here.
Yes, you have 2
Glory.
minutes. 2 minutes. Glory, 2 minutes.
Chair.
Then Brian. Hurry up. You have
Thank
2
you.
minutes.
Thank
Then
you.
Brian, yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, morning. I'm so excited to be part of this meeting. My name is Shine Glory. I'm from Cameroon. I'm a fashion designer. I'm a public speaker. As a fashion designer, I have learned that fashion is a powerful form of self-expression. I work with kids, and I don't just teach them how to teach dresses. I also teach them essential life skills like creativity. Each design project that they have, it helps them to develop critical thinking, problem solving, and teamwork. A child learning how to solve gains patience, precision, and self-esteem, which are lessons that are last a lifetime meaning. I also aim to inspire these kids with entrepreneurial spirit by teaching them how to launch their own fashion lines or create sustainable clothing. I empower them to dream big and take ownership of their future. As a public speaker, I believe that each child has a voice that needs to be heard. And so through workshops, I teach them to articulate their ideas and advocate for their communities, transforming them into confident leaders and change makers. You will ask me, Glory, why do you choose to work with children? Children are not just the future, but they are the leaders of tomorrow. By empowering them, we can keep them engaged in positive activities, steering them away from crime, substance abuse, and peer pressure. The mission is to inspire the next generation. Together, we can shape talented individuals who will shape a better, more sustainable world.
Thank
you.
you. You want to put your contacts and your email on the chat box for the students to reach out. That'll be exciting. The work you are doing is really important because we talk of TVET. TVET actually means vocational training, which is capacity, skills, and hands-on training. What you are doing is very important because without public speaking, if you cannot express yourself, you cannot sell your ideas, nothing you're gonna be. That's just the reality about life. You need to be able to be outspoken. So, I'll give the floor to Brian from Kenya. Brian, you have 2 minutes, please, very fast, because after that, I'm gonna welcome the interns officially, and then my colleague before that, my colleague Linda, if she's still here, she's gonna give a little bit in 2 minutes the summary of how the internship is, and then I'm gonna add value to that, and then we're gonna close the meeting very early today. Yes, Brian.
Yes, thank you
Brian,
very
are you
much.
there?
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Divan and Venta.
Sorry, but I have Olipa, I have Boniswa and Sabera as well. They're gonna give a little word. Yes, go on, sir. Go on.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Divan and your entire panel. First of all, my name is Brian Chola, an intern hailing from University of Kabianga. We are privileged.
We can't see your face. You don't have your network? I like to see the face.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we can see you fine.
we very much privileged that you were able to accord us this opportunity. Actually, I'm privileged to admit that it is an eye-opener, and we commit our seriousness as interns that we are going to exploit and implement the Global Sustainable Youth Network objectives and goals without fear or favor. Actually, we're gonna offer our full support in exploring sustainable development goals in lines of innovations and modern technology.
That's good
Thank
job.
you very much.
You're doing a great job. We are really proud to have you. We're really proud to have you, and you have our support. We're going to make sure that we tailor your views, your vision into reality. Thank you very much, my brother. You can turn off your camera if you want. Yeah. Let me give the floor now to Boniswa. Boniswa, over to you, please. You have 2 minutes. Let me tell Boniswa, you have 2 minutes because I know you can start giving a lecture here.
That's a lot. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't expect to speak, but thank you, ED. It's an amazing, professional, well-planned occasion, first-class standard, international. So, future students, I hope you have come with your pen and paper or your journal. You need a separate journal for this process you are going through to take everything and write it down. For instance, what I come up with is that today it has been declared that you are going to be the strong voice, you are going to push, you are going to believe, you are going to have friends that you're going to walk with, because it's not going to be an easy road, but where you are down, your friends will pull you up. So take this seriously. The sky is the limit, and that date have the 5 W's: what, why, when, where, and how. If you ask those questions, the objectives that you were told, that is very, very important. So keep it up. I don't know who you are, but I do hope that in future you will also meet your future South African friends. Thank you.
Doctor, thank you, Boniswa. And I want to really want to thank you for registering CSAYN in South Africa as a non-profit organization. Thank you very much for your endless efforts. And my regards to Katie. I know how crazy her program is, but thank you very much. Let me give the floor now to, is it Olu Wasengu from LawTech? Oluwasengu from LawTech.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Sorry, let me check my camera. Okay. All right, sir. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Omoloyiro Ashego, sir. I'm standing in for Professor Laniron. And standing also for the interns, new interns. I'm the interns. I'm doing I want to click on the.
Do you want to turn off serious? Do you want to turn off your camera? Do you want to turn off your camera? Your network is not strong. Turn off your camera and speak without the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. So our interns are doing a presentation, a school presentation today. That's the reason why They are still on it now. That's the reason why they cannot join this. But even the Professor Olanino too are with them. But I have to step in and join this meeting on their behalf. So I'm very sorry for them not to be around here, sir.
Yeah, so that's fine. Apologies accepted, but we have not received the application of the interns yet. I received a list which I rejected because we cannot just have list. We want a documents. We want the documents. All the required documents have to be sent in.
All right, we'll work on that, sir. We'll work on that very soon. They will be finishing their presentation today. Then after today, I will mentor them to send the application, or I will collect. Maybe I should collect the applications, then send it directly
Yes.
to you, sir.
Yes, that would be great. That's fine. Thank you very much for the efforts. Thank you. Now, I just want to say, I don't know, Linda is here. I'm not sure Linda is here. Linda is not here. Yeah, Linda is, yeah, I think one of the things we're gonna do right now, on behalf of the entire board of directors of CSAYN, those who can turn on their cameras can. I have Sabira here. Sabira, please, do you want to say a word before I speak?
Yes, thank you, Edie, for the opportunity. I really take this opportunity to congratulate you for leading this to this level. I also wanted to echo the ones of every presenter who has presented, and also the insight from the last cohort, and advise the current cohort, that is the fourth cohort, to take up the mantle and make sure they do better even than the last cohort. And as someone mentioned, if we can still have the last cohort to give advice even to the current cohort, I think it is a wise thing to do. As mentors, we are ready to work with the mentees and make sure they work towards sustaining or obtaining sustainable development goals. Over to you, Edie.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, of course. The previous the previous alumni have already given advice to this interns. They spoke first. They spoke in the beginning, so we did that arrangement. They already spoke very early in the morning. I have to say that way. So yeah, I see some hands up, but right now I'm not gonna give you the access for now. We have to move according to the program. But since you are insisting, let me give the floor to Dr. Peter, who has not spoken yet. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity, and we are happy to be uploaded into the CI. And we are happy that we are doing that at the point when we have just finished the UN Consultative Group on International Agricultural Research, the CTS, which was held at the UNEP office Nairobi. That means it's this attachment of agriculture as a very important component of development. We are looking forward to our colleagues who are advanced to mentor us as we progress, so that we save as much time as possible in growth and in mentoring the students and the undergraduates. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Linda is not here, so I'm gonna stand for her. So the first thing is I should have loved to share the screen, but what I would do, I'll send the PowerPoint presentation to the Centers of Excellence lead so that they can share with the interns when time comes. But basically, I'm saying this now on behalf of the entire network, which is CSAYN. The interns, some of the things, I'll share my screen for those who can see my screen. I'll share my screen a little bit to give you guys in 5 minutes what we are all about and what we are what we're expecting you guys to do. This is number one. The first assignment you guys have as of this day, you have to go to the website. This website, go through this website, go through the various menus of this website. We have a series of programs here. We have a partners here. We have the member countries here. You have documents here, which has reports. For example, if I click here, you're going to see all the past reports of activities that are right here. Open those documents, try to read them, and understand what has been done. If you have questions, you can ask. You can go to the SDG dialogues. I'm just giving examples. Or you go to the newsletter or newsroom. You click on the news. If you click on news, for example, if you click on news or dialogues, is going to come up. Or you come on news, you click on news, you see a lot of material right there. For those who are not aware, we have a lot of information here. For example, you're going to see this little girl that I met. She was 7 years, many years ago, while she was still in Cameroon. She was very young. Right now, she's our goodwill ambassador. She's a soccer player. She's doing very well. She's placed a lot of, she does very well in soccer. This is a video of her that we decided to put here for you guys to see. You see? There she is. So I met her when she was like, I think 10 years or so. She was still studying in high school, but the parents refused that because I was planning to send her to the United States in those days. But the parents said no, she has to go to school. So she came here to the United States and studied, got her master's at Boston University on finance and marketing. Then decided to go back to Cameroon right now, where she is right now. But before Cameroon, now she went to Portugal. She played professional football. And when she's now in Cameroon, but I'm planning to send her somewhere again in Europe to go and continue her soccer. So she loves soccer. She's very inspired, very, very interesting person. You can read about her here. She's a lady, but I can tell you she's our only goodwill ambassador. She has proven herself. That was like 23 years back when I met her. But it's of recent, about 3 months, I connected with her again on Facebook after a long while. It's just today there are success stories. We have mentored young people. We have been mentored by other people, and we are just trying to add value. I'm trying to give back to community. So please, interns, don't take this for granted. It's not funny. It's not we didn't have, some of us didn't have, some of your professors here didn't have the opportunities. I would say I was just lucky, for example, to meet people who were able to guide me on the right path. But now we have decided to come out with a program, meaningful program that's going to add value to your career. And of course, one thing I always say is that everybody has a talent. Everybody has a DNA. There are no two identical DNAs, and there are no two human beings with the same talent. Each and every one of you have a talent. But now what makes us to stay very far from our reality is because we take time to identify our talents. That's why I always tell everyone, pray God to give you an open eye to identify your talent, because there are two things in life. There's a skill set and there's a talent. If you have the talent, you become an employer. But when you have the skill, you become an employee. So also we are actually making sure that you become an employer, because you have your talent. We're going to make sure that you discover your talents. That's what we are headed here. That's what we are here for. And we don't want you to go to be employees in places. We want you to be employers, add value to other young people. And that's why I say, right now here in the United States, I work for nobody. I work for nobody, but I have no pressure, because I met people who guided me back then many years ago, and I've been able to set up this network. I just want to say, please seize this as an opportunity. And I say this, never complain. The moment you start complaining, the moment you feel that, okay, you're more than your mentor over there, where your lecturers know that you are taking the wrong direction, always stand firm, always be really loyal. Because if you cannot be a servant, you cannot be a leader. I always say this, if you cannot be a servant, you cannot be a leader. If you cannot be a servant, you cannot be a master. It doesn't go the other way around. And the last advice I'll give to you all, don't look at money. Money, money does not give you a skill or a talent, but the talent will give you all type of money you want. So never look at money. Never, I'm telling you, money is just a source for you to achieve your goal. But if you don't have a goal and a vision, when they give you money, you're still going to be a useless person. And your money will only add value when you have a vision. And you cannot have a vision when you don't build yourself, when you don't accept to be who you are. Don't try to be copyrighted. Don't try to say, okay, you want to be like this person. No, no, no. Everybody is unique in his kind. So you can just try to listen and get this mentorship as a very, very important piece of your journey. That's why I'll say for free that this program for us is very, very important. It's the most important program because it's shaping the next generation, it's shaping the current generation, and it's to make sure that none of you become a failure. And that's why we have the database of all the interns we have always had. And it's for this reason many of them come back to report back what the institutions are added to their value. It's not about Divine, it's not about Professor Obi, it's not about Peter, it's not about Sabira, it's not about James, it's not about everyone, but it's about you. If you decide today not to be a failure, you will not be a failure. But if you decide to be a failure, oh my God, we'll help you fail. It's easy to go. But if you don't want to be a failure, there are things you must not do. Don't always look for apologies, not doing the right thing. Please, that's what I would say. The other thing I will want to echo here is if they give you you're not going to be paying online. It's not going to be an online internship. It's going to be in person. And that's why your institutions are going to create space for you guys to go sit there, do your assignments. Every week, we're going to be sending you assignments on your email or through your emails. And then you'll be able to do the assignments and submit back to us by Friday, for example. We'll send you an assignment on Sunday. You're going to submit it on Friday. We're going to be doing that each week. And then the last Friday of the week, the last Friday of the month, we shall convene all of us with the mentees and the instructors to guide you guys to get to hear from you, listen from you what you have heard, what you have as challenge, and so on and so forth, so that I can improve for the subsequent weeks. So that's just basically how it's going to work. So after this forum for today, we're going to contact you guys individually, and that's why please make sure you fill out the form our colleague Lara is sharing right there. If you don't fill the form, we will not be able to get your details, and it'll be challenging for us to reach out to you at any time. So I think we have 10 minutes left for the end of this meeting, and it was very, very exciting to have all of you. And you have our support. You have our support. You have our support. We're going to make sure that you are the change we want. The one last advice. We all know what is happening across the continent. I don't want to mention the country, but I don't want any of you to comment on any of the things happening either on social media or whatsoever. Stick to your vision. Focus on your academics. Make sure you do your assignments. That is more important to you than anything. Don't be dispersed. Don't be distracted by what is happening. Please, I'm begging of you, stay focused and believe in God. Always be prayerful and make sure that every day it's a new beginning. Have no challenge. All the challenges you're going to find on your way, which is not going to be easy, but they will be turned out to opportunities in the long run. So never give up. That's what I would say. Never, ever give up. I never gave up. You should never give up. If I never give up, it means you should never give up. And you can never give up. And because you never give up, you always be the person to take leadership wherever you are in all its forms. So really, I'm just want to say thank you very much for accepting to be part of the interns of this cohort. And even your colleagues that have not attended, it's not a problem. We have a database of the registration application form. We're going to make sure we support you guys as much as we can. But as I've said, don't be deceived. Always respect your elders, always respect your mentors, your professors, because no matter what, no matter where you come, you always pay tribute to them. That's what I want to say. So with this, we have 5 minutes to go. I would just call randomly one intern that's gonna talk on behalf of all the interns randomly. On behalf of all the interns, I'll just pick from my screen. Okay, perhaps let me take Kennedy Yingong. Kennedy. I hope Kennedy is not the facilitator. Kennedy or Chinelo, either Chinelo or Kennedy. Kennedy or Chinelo, the person that unmutes fast is gonna speak. Kennedy Yingong or Chinelo Deborah. Any of you, if you unmute yourself, I'm gonna give you the floor. Okay, it means they're not ready. Hundula Triso. I think I saw somebody here from Obafomi Awolowo.
Yeah.
Who was that? Yeah. Okay. Put on your screen. Can you put on your video? Can you put on your camera?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so speak on behalf of all the interns, okay? On behalf of all the interns. On behalf of all the interns. Yes. Over to you, madam. You introduce yourself, your institution, what you're studying, and when you have to graduate, expected graduation date. That's good. We want to listen from you. Thank you.
Amuzago Deborah Chinelo, a student of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka.
and one of the interns. And we'll be graduating around 2027. So I'm into Department of Crop Science and Horticulture, Faculty of Agriculture. So I'm so happy for this program. And it's just a great opportunity and an added advantage to my CV and my certificate. And as one of the interns, I'm going to give it all my best, to get everything, and also for me to actualize and my skills and my talent, to make it to be, to be a kind of development to what you guys are expecting from us. Thank you so much.
I'm going to give the floor. I'm going to respect protocol. I'm going to give the floor to my sister, Linda, to close this meeting. Linda, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ntiokom. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We are grateful. And for the interns, we say you are highly welcome. We are happy that you are here, and we love to see you grow from time to time. We know that you learn a lot. I wanted to share some testimonials of the previous interns and what they actually learned throughout the period. But my network is very bad. Mr. Tiokam can help us, Edie. You can just share the testimonials to motivate them on how
Let me try.
other interns have experienced and are living it. We are grateful. Thank you for accepting to be a part of this program. And we'll be glad to spend the time with you. You know, you learn a lot. There's a lot you can learn through the process. Thank you.
Last
You're having
file?
challenges?
Is it no? Is it the last file? Is it the last file you sent to me?
Yes, the last one I
see.
sent to you. Yes. Send it.
Let me see.
If you're having challenges, let me also try and see what I can.
Please try from your side.
Okay.
But it's the same thing.
It's quite unfortunate. We actually wanted you to see.
Linda, but it's the same thing you have given me. Will you want to send me what I have is the same file, the same PDF.
No, I sent another one which is labeled Virtual Academy.
Okay, can you resend now? Just try to resend. Let me see.
Okay. I'll do that. Let me see.
Because when I'm opening here, I'm seeing just the same thing.
Yes.
You sent it?
Yes, I'm trying to. My network is very bad today. So sorry for the inconveniences.
Divine, is it possible maybe after the meeting you can send this to everyone to have enough time to go through those testimonials? Or you want to just quickly show us?
Yeah. So just close like that. Just close. We're going to send it to their emails. Is Linda here or she's left?